Okay, so the coach I'm going to talk about today is Mr. Dan DeMonbron, or as we call him, Coach D. I had the privilege of playing for Coach D for 2 years, and they were great years. He taught me a lot about how to be a football player and a lot on how to be a good person as well. Coach D had a tough job. He only got 15 minutes a day to work 2 special teams units, so he didn't have a lot of time to mess around. And he always knew what to do. He always knew how to do it. And in my 2 years of playing, never once in a game did a team run something we weren't prepared for, we weren't ready to go up against. And the best lesson Coach D ever taught me was last year when we played Burroughs. We played them on a Thursday, and they beat us in front of the school. And I was really embarrassed because we all played really bad games. And I didn't want to go to school the next day. So Coach D, when the coaches gather at the end of the game, and they ask the coaches what do they want to say, the first thing Coach D said is show up to school tomorrow and show you have class. So I went to school, kids were saying all sorts of things to me, and Coach D always said no matter what those kids say, just look them in the face and say, yeah, we lost, but we're going to come back and we're going to beat Burbank next week. We worked hard all week. Next week in practice, we played Burbank and we beat them. So it taught me a lot about overcoming adversity and standing up to a challenge, and I really thank him for that.
Great speech. How can I top that? The words that come to my mouth when I talk about Coach D is compassion. He cared about everyone on the team, not just the starters, not just his special team, but every single person. I remember every day while I'm on defense or in the scout D, he would walk around talking to each player about asking how they are, not about football in general, just about how they are. And they just showed how it wasn't about football all the time, even though we were in practice. It was about just life in general and just having a great time while we're playing football. Even though most of the coaches, like Coach Goss, make it serious all the time, Coach D reminded us to have fun every once in a while and just crack jokes. And you saw him; he's humorous. But when it came down to special teams, he was serious. The 15 minutes he got, he spent every single time, just the whole time, trying to get the job done. And I felt this year very confident about every single game we went into. And when he even still comes back to practice, and not many of you guys know, but he survived from leukemia. And from that, he has to come to practice, and he can't be in the sun too long. And that's very hard to do. And he still manages to come to the field. And it shows how much he cares about the program, and it shows how much we should care about the program. And that's all I got to say about Coach D. Yeah.